Hey everybody, welcome back. I have a Dover Publications haul for you today, made up of coloring books, some stationery type items, and two reading books, fiction books. And then also I thought we could look at the new Dover coloring catalog together, if that might be fun. I know not everybody gets that, and so they might want to take a look at it. Dover has been, since the coronavirus pandemic began in the United States, Dover has been offering free shipping on orders of $25 or more, and that was supposed to end in May, but they have extended it. I just saw this morning they extended it until the end of June, so that is fabulous. And when I placed this order, I believe it was a Mother's Day special. It was $20 off of maybe orders of $40 or more, or was it $50 or more? I can't remember. They always run little specials, plus they have sales anyways. They did over Memorial Weekend, they did a 25% off your order special plus the free shipping, so that was really good. You can order Dover items on Amazon also, but what I like about getting them on the Dover website is you get reward points, and their point system is very generous. So from this order alone, I think I earned a $10 reward, which is pretty fabulous. So I will show you what I got, and then I'll let you know how much it costs also, because I have my invoice handy, prior to the discount being taken off. So yeah. Okay, so I got actually two of these. They're minis. They are SciFi movie poster cards, so they're like postcards. I got one for me and one for Keith, because I knew he would like these. And they're just little postcard books with movie posters. Sorry about the glare from my window. So that is Frankenstein and War of the Worlds, Invisible Man, King Kong, and Dracula, and Godzilla. So I thought those were pretty cool. We're big horror movie buffs, and I thought these would actually be fun to send out to a friend of mine here and there. I was going to send some in the mail. I bought the Dover cards before. I got Halloween ones. They're vintage Halloween ones before. And those were, I want to say $1.99 per book. I also picked up one of the mini 6 Van Gogh cards. I'll show you that really quickly. They're just Van Gogh paintings. I love things like this. I just like to look at them. Makes me happy. So that is the Van Gogh cards, and that was also $1.99. I'll tell you guys, I'm really bummed. I've been handling the whole changes with everything right now. I think I've been doing a pretty good job, but I'll be honest with you, I was really looking forward to this summer. The DIA, that's the Detroit Institute of Arts, was having a Van Gogh exhibit throughout the whole summer. I think it was going to go through September. And I haven't heard whether or not they're going to have it still, but it's just a bummer. Our stay-at-home order goes through June 12th, and if they are still able to open the museum, I don't know how they could handle having an exhibit that scope and still manage to do the social distancing. I guess maybe you'd have to make appointments or something. I'm not sure, but I sure hope I can go. I sure hope they still have it. Maybe they'll just postpone it. I don't know, but that's the thing this summer that I was looking forward to the most, was going to that exhibit. And it's just a bummer. And it's not about me. I'm not trying to make it about me or anything like that. I'm just saying I was really, really disappointed because I was looking forward to that. And then this is also the mini size. This is one of their stained glass coloring books. This is The Monsters by John Green. It's just a cute little, different, they're little mini, stained glass vellum paper. I kind of got this one for Keith. I thought he'd get a kick out of it, I have the butterflies, one of these, and also fairies, I think. And I really like these. I just used the butterfly one recently. I sent it a card to a friend, and I colored a butterfly and stuck it in her card. So this was $1.50 for this one. And then I have 2 fiction books next. This one is the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. I have always been interested in reading this book, and I never did. And so this is one of their thrift editions, which means it's like a no frills a book at all. This was $3. It has a little crease up at the top, but I am not going to complain about it. And it's just a very slim book. But their thrift editions are just basically bare bones books. The paper is cheap. The printing isn't anything fancy. But you don't have to pay very much for it. And I've always wanted to read this book. And after I got it, I'm like, I bet you I could have got this free on my Kindle. Because I recently, well, not recently, maybe last year, read Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, and that was free on my Kindle through Amazon. So I probably could have done that if I would have thought about it, but not a big deal for $3. And I think I might start that after I finish the book I'm reading now. I also got another one of their thrift editions. This is The Picture of Dorian Gray from Oscar Wilde. I'm sure most people are familiar with The Tale of Dorian Gray, but I've never read it before. And so I was curious to read it. It's a gothic horror novel written in the 19th century, and I think everybody kind of knows that Dorian Gray is like this really decadent character that leads a very debaucherous life, and but his body never ages and he never shows wear and tear, even though he leads such a decadent lifestyle, and it's because he's got a secret as to why he can maintain that lifestyle. So always interested in reading this book. I've seen movie versions and seen this book referenced or heard it referenced many, many times, but never have read it myself. So I picked that up, and that was, let's see, $5 for that one. Okay, next I have another book of the cards. This is of Mucha Posters. And I got this because I really wanted to use it as inspiration in my Creative Haven Art Nouveau coloring book, which has some of these images, I believe, in the coloring book. So I thought it would be like fun to see what they actually, really looked like. I actually also have an art book of Mucha on the way that Keith ordered me from Hamilton Book. So this one was a little bit bigger. There's 24 cards in this one, and you get, and it was $8.95 for this one. But it's beautiful, and I imagine I'll probably send some of these out too. So 24 of these, and they're the more famous posters from Mucha. So yeah, pretty excited about that. It says ideal for use as distinctive stationery and bookmarks. They have a paragraph that includes the title, printer, date, and other relevant data. So that was $8.95 for that. Also another one. This is the last one of these. This is the Art Nouveau poster card, edited by Hayward and Blanche Cirker, Cirker, I guess. I didn't look and see who the Mucha one. I don't know if that one. Text by Jack Runner in the Mucha one. But the Art Nouveau posters is 24 cards by various artists. So, and it includes some from Mucha also. But I just enjoy you know, looking at these and, like I said, using them for reference, because I do have the Art Nouveau books from Creative Haven. I lost my train of thought for a second. Creative Haven. And this one was bum, 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 $6.95 for that one. Alright, next I have a couple of coloring books to show you. The first one is a Creative Haven title, and it is Witty and Wise Jane Austen Coloring Book by Marty Noble. This is a book of mostly quotations from Jane Austen from her various books. And I don't usually go for like quotations or books with words in them, but sometimes I like these. You know, I went through the pictures and I don't know, I find the quotations uplifting and inspiring, but maybe not necessarily the artwork, but, you know. One thing I've discovered about myself is that my tastes change depending on my mood and where I am in life. So just because I might not be totally thrilled with this now, doesn't mean that I won't in the future. So, yeah, and I mean, I don't have anything against this one. It just I kind of was hoping it wouldn't be as frilly, maybe, as it is. But I should have known better because, you know, Jane Austen is very romantic. So, but still, I'm glad I have it. So that is the Jane Austen Witty and Wise Coloring Book from Marty Noble. I believe that was $5.99. I think just about all the Creative Haven titles are $5.99 unless they are on sale, which these weren't until they got the amount taken off at the end of the entire purchase. Yeah, so these were $5.99. That one was. This one was $3.99. This is a Dover edition. So these are thinner books with different paper. They're not perforated. They're double-sided. This one is Medieval Tapestries Coloring Book from Marty Noble. And I kind of thought this one was pretty neat. I just really like the images, the way they look once they're colored. They have a lot of detail in them, but because they're taken from actual tapestries, so, you know, there is going to be a lot of detail in them. But I think they'd be fun to do. I like these Dover coloring books quite a bit, actually, and considering they're only like $3.99, most of them, the paper is pretty decent to use with colored pencils. In my Floral Fairies book, that's a Dover one, and I use a lot like pencils in them, and I've enjoyed them. So this one was the Medieval Tapestries Coloring Book by Marty Noble. Next I have another Creative Haven title. This one is Fabulous Fashions of the 1970s by Ming Ju Sun. I don't know if I'm saying that properly, and if I'm not, I apologize. I knew of this book. I have a lot of the other fashion books by this illustrator in the Creative Haven line, and I don't reach for them hardly ever, but I saw some of the completed pages from, I'm not going to get her channel name right, so I'll link it in the description section below. But I want to say it's RBdreams. I can't remember. I know her more from the Deborah Muller group, but also on Instagram too, and I can't remember her name. Rita, I think is her first name. If that's not your name, Rita, if that's not your name, I apologize. But I'll put a link to her channel in the description section below. I believe she completed this book, or if she didn't, she's close to it. But I think she's done some really fun pages in this book, so that kind of pushed me over the edge to get this. And I do think that this particular one is not as busy as some of the other ones by this illustrator. Some of them are, like the Ornamental Fashions, that's a crazy book. But this one isn't quite as busy. So that was Fabulous Fashions of the 1970s. This one is Creative Haven Wondrous Women coloring book, and this is by Marty Noble. This one's kind of been in my cart for a while there. Ethereal sprites to portrayals of Earth Mother. 31 gorgeous illustrations depict fictional women within fanciful and realistic scenes from the natural world. And it says incorporates the influence of Art Nouveau as well as nature motifs from a variety of cultures. So this one was also, look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? This one was also $5.99. And I'm sure you guys have seen these, most of them before, so I don't need to flip through the whole thing, but just giving you a general idea of what they look like. Wondrous Women, Marty Noble. Alright, the next one is the Art Nouveau Stained Glass Coloring Book by Ed Sibbett Jr. I like how these look when they're up against the window. I really do. I think they're really pretty. So this is 16 pages. And these are kind of hard to tell unless you put something, you know, like behind them or what have you. But these can be a lot of fun to color. I keep showing you the same pages over and over again. It just keeps turning to those pages automatically. Look how pretty that one is. So, ooh, wait till you see this one. Look at that one. That's going to be really pretty. There's a peacock. So that one is the Art Nouveau Stained Glass Coloring Book. And I don't know, are the stained glass coloring books more... Let me see. $6.99 for that one. If you hear water running, it's because got a little laundry in. This one is also a Dover stained glass coloring book. It is the SciFi stained glass coloring book by Jeremy Elder. I kind of got this one for Keith, pretty much. It's just kind of a campy type, $6.99 for this one. And it's a kind of like a campy type coloring book with like science fiction-y, I can't for some reason turn the pages very good. My fingers are dry and the vellum is kind of, so you got some aliens there. That's a fun one, right? It looks like a scientist working on something. There's a spaceship. Some more aliens. Another spaceship. Here's a ray gun there. Alien dude driving a spaceship. There's an astronaut. Some kind of a creature. So you get the gist of it. It's fun though. I think these are fun. A lot of fun. I like this one right here. Kind of a octopus Cthulhu type alien creature. I don't know. Oh, and here's a female astronaut. She looks like Gillian Anderson from the X-Files, I think. So, so that's the SciFi stained glass coloring book from Jeremy Elder. Alright, next I have this one, and I am so glad I got this book, you guys. It is gorgeous. Rose Windows coloring book. Create illuminated stained glass special effects. I don't see... I was looking to see artwork by Joel Avron. Joel S. Avron. So it says, based on, I know there's a glare, I apologize. Based on designs of stained glass rose windows, 31 images are specially shaded so that they will simulate the luminescence of an actual stained glass when colored with wax crayons. Translucent colors work best to achieve this sparkling effect. So it says to use wax crayons. I'm going to try pencils and see. I just got my Arteza pencils and those are wax. So I'm going to see how that works. But these are so pretty, you guys. I mean, oops, sorry, I don't want to hit the camera. They're cool. So I think once they're colored, they are going to look awesome. I really like this one. I don't know. I'm just really excited about this book for some reason. And I don't get excited about these types of things, but I just love the way that they're shaded, like that grayscaled, but I can just really see them in my mind, how pretty it's all going to look because I don't know if that's showing up in, on the camera, but it's not like the grayscaling is different. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. It's just really, I don't know. It looks really cool. I'm excited to color these. Really, really excited. Look how fun that one looks. I don't know. I'm just really, like I said, I'm really excited to color these. So, there's an example of a colored one. Very excited for that. And that one was $5.99 also. So that is the Rose Windows coloring book, illustrated by Joel S. Averin. All right, the next one, I wish I hadn't got. Not excited about it, but it is what it is. So it's one of the Masterworks Color Your Own Modern Art. I have some of the other Masterworks books, and I really, really like them. I should have known. I don't like modern art for the most part. I'm not interested in it. But the cover, I was like, well, if they're all like this, I should have watched a flip through of it first. But I was thinking, if they're all these types of art, I would have fun with it. And they're not. They're not this type of art. So it says rendered by Muncie Handler. And it says it is 30 carefully rendered black and white line drawings. Highlights include Picasso, Matisse, and I like Matisse, Leger, and something else I can't pronounce. But I stood in line for a long time at the DIA to see Matisse paintings, and then this is what they look like. So that kind of makes me, like, kind of, maybe I can do better than I think I can with these. I don't know. But each illustration, like here is the illustration, and then on the back of it has a paragraph that will tell you about the artist and, information about the painting or work of art, so that you can know a little bit about it. But it's just, there's a lot of like stuff like that. I don't know, but we'll see. I can do something with these, right? I mean, seriously, I'm not going to color that. So, but it's what you make it, right? It's what you make it. So, could be fun. I shouldn't be a naysayer. So that is Color Your Own Modern Art Paintings, rendered by Muncie Handler. And then I just thought maybe really quick we could look at the Dover coloring book catalog. It came last week, I think, or maybe 2 weeks ago. This is the summer edition. And these are really nice. So if you've never got these, once you're ordering from them, though, you are on their mailing list. So then you'll start getting them. But it really tells you, like, how, like, it gives you an idea of everything they have to offer. Because it's got their color by numbers. It's got the their bliss, the escapes, like, all the different things. So kind of what I always do is just go through it. And most of these I know about, but some of them I don't. And I kind of flag the things that I'm interested in getting. And down here it shows like a couple notebooks, because Dover has a lot more than just coloring books. They're stationery, they're homeschooling, they have tons of literature. They're just a fabulous, fabulous company. You know, they offer so much. So this really gives you an idea of everything that they have if you, you know, if you weren't aware of that before. And it kind of tells like the new stuff that's coming. I was gonna get Birds and Blossoms, and then I didn't. I probably should have got that one instead of the modern art one, but there's always another order. This says Magnificent Mermaids is a new one. I have a mermaids one, and I thought it was that, but maybe it's not. I don't know. Who's that one by? Marjorie Sarnett. I think I have that, so it can't be too new unless I'm thinking of a different one. They've got lots of animals. I'm not really big on the animals, but like here are those Art Deco, ornamental fashions, fantasy fashions, fashions of the 60s, fashions of the 50s. I flagged this page in particular because I want that Victorian gowns one. So I'm going to put that for my next order, I think. Then they got those intricate ones. These have different colored inks in them. You know, they're black background ones. And then they have, these are pretty neat too. These are $10. They're, I think, are these the, I don't know if these are the ones or not. No, those are color by number. I'm thinking of the watercolor books. They have some watercolor ones. And here's the Bliss ones. Keep Calm in Color. The Escapes line. I don't have any of those. I flagged, oh, here's they are. That's why I flagged this page. The paint to color ones. So I have these. I'm interested in the fairies one for sure. And maybe like the butterflies. The other stuff I'm not too interested in, like the nature stuff, but I'm interested in those. They're $5.99. And they're on watercolor. I think, is it watercolor paper? Suitable for watercolor, color pencils, markers, and other media, and they're perforated pages. So I'm curious about that. And then they just have like all their regular Dover titles broken down, like the history, fashion, famous people. I flagged this page. Must be something on here I'm interested in. It might be this one, the Victorian and Edward fashions. I don't have that one. I know. So it might have been that one. I should have highlighted the titles. But they just have so many. I flagged this page also. Awesome animals. Oh, for the dinosaurs, I flagged that one. For the Mega Dinosaurs book. I thought that might be kind of fun. This one says it's new. Cats coloring book. So, and then they've got like the activity books for kids or adults, you know. And then they always have a sale section in the back. And then they've got some new ones coming soon. Shakespeare, Dazzling Diner Designs, Playful Pet Talk. So, I don't know. If you're not subscribed to get the catalog, that might be something that you were interested you'd be interested in. So, all right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed my Dover Publications haul, and I will link everything in the description section below to Amazon, because I know not everybody is a Amazon or not every, like some people just prefer to shop at Amazon, especially if you're just going to have like 1 or 2 items and then you can get free shipping if you have Prime, versus placing an order on the Dover site and then you have to pay for shipping unless you have $25 or more order at this time. So I'll link everything through Amazon, but in the Dover, on the Dover website, like I said, you do earn points too, so that's always an incentive. Either way, whatever works for you, you know. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.